Info, it's high time you and I kickstart conversations for development on hard facts. Yes, this is hard fact, and it is the first edition for the week, and you're welcome, highly welcome once again, because there is no conversation without you on the other side. And I bring the conversations, you bring your opinions, and that's how we have a robust conversation. And of course, our conversations are usually focused on current affairs. It could be politics, it could be the economy, it could be health. As long as it's current affairs, and it is for the development of the country, of the state, of your local government, your community, we talk about this. We're live on Facebook, Nigeria Info PH. We're live on YouTube, Nigeria Info PH, and we active on X, Nigeria Info PH. I am Kalada Korubatuba, once again, my pleasure. You could also follow me on social media, dkalada, TheKalada. All right, I'm done with the intros. Remember, big stories starts now. 4 o'clock, we have a topical conversation where we'll look at the court case instituted by the APC. Hopefully, I would have someone who is a party to that petition in court come talk about why they're attempting to stop local government allocations. And for 5 o'clock, I beg your pardon, we will look at PANDEF. PANDEF is looking at reconciling the former governor and the current governor of Rivers State. How will that play out? We'll talk about that as well. And then the 6 o'clock hour, of course, it's a time when we look at what we did or what we've done today, and possible front page stories for tomorrow. And I'm going to add a new segment to that open season hour. And, stories we were not able to touch. For instance, the Ten Hag situation, if you're a Manchester United fan. Or we could have talked about Bayo Nanuga's statement or various statements. He talked about the aircraft being refurbished. He talked about Nigerians' usage of the acronym. Is it an acronym or an alias now? I don't know how to describe it. But T-Pain, right? Nigerians calling the president by that name. He talked about it. He said some other things. He also touched on Better Edu. So, yeah, that's that. We would look at all of these during the open season, but let's now quickly look at what I have for you as big stories. My number one big story over the weekend, or was it on Friday, the governor of Rivers State welcomed the commissioner of police, officially to Rivers State. Remember, sometime 2 weeks ago, the commissioner of police was redeployed to Rivers State. That's CP Mohammed, right? It was redeployed to Rivers State. And, the governor welcomed him. And in that welcome, or is it courtesy visit by the commissioner of police to the governor made a couple of statements. One, he asked the police to act professionally. He told the police to ensure that they're not working for any individual, not even him, the governor, but to work for the interest of Rivers State. But more importantly, he sent his appreciation to the Inspector General of Police. And, one would think, given what transpired a few weeks ago, if you backdate to sometime around the 4th, the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th of October, where some heavy statements, strong statements were made by the governor. It's contrasting with what he did in terms of appreciating the IGP. And, for people like me who have been calling for peace, we would also, appreciate the governor's appreciation to the IGP. But, that's not where he stopped. He said that he's willing, despite what happened in the past, to work hands in glove with the police. As a matter of fact, he said there is no, there's no personal hatred. There is no bad blood between the Rivers State government and the police. And I find that statement very interesting because to a large extent, it gives direction to peace in Rivers State. If you once again backdate to before, during, and after the local government elections, one would have thought it was the River State government versus the Nigerian police. But the governor is saying, no, it's not that at all. I'm a man of peace. Let's take a listen to the governor so it doesn't look like I'm the one who is making up the story. But yes, that's one big story from the weekend. And I felt like it's something that we should start the week with as we look at the big stories making the rounds. Where is that soundbite now? All right, let's take a listen.
Just set some record straight. This government, as it stands today, this government, as it were today, this government, as it moves on, have no personal problem with the Nigerian police force, more especially the River State Command. I can boldly say here that, not minding whatever that's happened in the past, we have lived up to our own responsibility in supporting the Nigerian police. So for us to do that, it means we understand the important role that you play in our state. So I welcome you, and I assure you that we'll give you all the support. But you have to be very professional. That is the only thing we'll ask from you. I keep saying it in everywhere, in every opportunity I have, I say it. I will be the last person that will call any police officer, go and do what is wrong. Even when you're called upon, you need to ask yourself, ask your conscience, what people are telling me to do, is it right? You will finish this work and you live your normal life after service. It is the way you walk that is how you're going to live when you leave the service. Don't leave the service and start living in fear because of the atrocity that you've committed. It's important you know that. You don't mind, at that point you're not going again with gun. You will become a normal citizen. So it's better when you're doing whatever it is. Just like you said here, be professional. And I assure you, you don't have any problem in our state. This state is a very peaceful place. When you were here as area command, you know how the state was. Now that you're back as the CP, it's God that brought you back for you to play your role in securing life and property of the residents of River State. So perform that role professionally. We will give you all the necessary support. You mentioned about community policing. Please, I've not had the opportunity to see you this way for a long time. There's an opportunity for seeing some of you. Some of you have been hearing about you. Some of you shot me, what was it called, tear gas. Some of you will use the hot water on me. But that one is in the past. Today, I want us to start. I want us to start a new relationship. Please.
All right, so let bygones be bygones, he said. And he said the worst police officer is way better than the best criminal. So I would like to hear your thoughts on the move by the governor to reconcile with the police, so to say. Let me describe it that way. But first, a commercial break. When I do come back, the rest of the big stories. Action 92.3 Nigeria Info. I am Kala Dakoribatabo. It is 3:27 p.m. I'm enjoying the conversation. I hope you are as well. We're looking at the big stories. I've reeled out the first big story. I'm now going to take a look at the second big story. But before I do bring the second big story your way, I asked the question, what do you make of the move by the governor of Rivers State, His Excellency Sam Alive Fubara, to reconcile, so to say, permit me to describe it that way, to reconcile the Rivers State government with the Nigerian Police Rivers State Command? Because you heard them, they say some of you threw tear gas at me, some of you poured me hot water, and it was, I think it was referring to the cannon water. Some of you did all of that, but let the past be in the past. Let bygones be bygones, and let's take a look forward at the way to go. All right, so let's move on now to the next big story. And the next big story is about the economy. And we have agreed on this show, I like to believe, for those of you who are ardent listeners, I like to believe that we have agreed on the show that Petrol, yes, PMS, to a large extent, if not 100%, controls the economy of the country, because it is pivotal to transportation, it is pivotal to industries running, small, medium-scale businesses running, due to the epileptic power situation in the country. The national grid will collapse every now and then, right? Even though there are promises to stop such collapses. But you see, Petrol is very instrumental. And given how Nigeria's economy has been built over the years, we have several people owning cars, private cars, and using these cars, and as such there was the heavy consumption of petrol. However, all of that has changed, because we saw a recent statistics reeled out saying about between 80 to 90 plus percent of consumption of petrol reduced. Yes, there was a reduction of about between 80 to 90 plus percent of consumption on petrol, and that reduction, some have said it's due to the eradication of corruption in the petroleum sector, but others are saying otherwise, and such others are the marketers, Petron, Ipman. They have come out to say that with the way things are, petroleum marketers, independent marketers, can no longer afford to buy the product because the product has increased astronomically. And apart from that, the filling station owners are saying, hey, see, apart from the fact that we cannot buy as independent marketers, we can't even sell because the purchasing power of Nigerians have reduced. Nigerians cannot go to the filling stations to buy petrol for their cars anymore. I mean, I think I was looking at, I hope he's not listening, I was looking at my colleague's WhatsApp status the other day, and he was complaining about buying petrol. I can't remember how many liters, but about 100 and is it 5,000 naira, if I remember vividly. And the petrol did not last for 1 week. So I can imagine that a lot of people are no longer driving. A lot of people have decided, you know what, maybe public transportation is cheaper. And marketers are complaining. Marketers are saying that they may be out of business in no time given the situation of things. Now, the reason why this has made it to the big story is because, our conversations are about you, the listener. So I want to get your take on this. How are you being impacted by the petrol situation? How is because I've been observing this past few days and weeks, and I realized that the number of vehicles on the road are reducing by the numbers, by the day they're reducing. And I really would love to hear how this whole petrol thing has impacted you, because Petron, led by Gillis Harry, is saying that petrol might get to 1,500 naira by the end of the year, by December. And of course, there's some indices and factors. For instance, the naira to the dollar is one factor. Now the naira is somewhere around 1,700 plus as against the dollar in the parallel market. My goodness. Anyways, let's quickly look at the third and final big story. Time is fast spent. In Nigeria, politicians forget that they serve the people. Politicians forget that they are out there for the people, you and I, most especially the legislators. And that's why sometimes when we talk about the things that happen at the House of Assembly in Rivers State, I can't help but marvel and wonder if the people who sing the praises of either factions understand that these people are working for them. They are employees, and the people, that's the citizens of River State, are the employers. I wonder if they know. Anyways, so something happened that has been trending online all day, and it's a video showing one Alexander Ikweche. I think he has another name. I'm trying to remember the other name now. But Alexander Ikweche, who was a member of the House of Representatives, assaulting a Bolt driver. Now, if you watch the video, I do not know really if the Bolt driver disrespected him, but from what we gleaned from that video, it was basically because the Bolt driver refused to go into his house to deliver the item, right? Whatever item it was, I don't care right now. However, the House of Reps member, the honorable member, let's emphasize on that, was seen slapping, or maybe if you want to use the legal word, was assaulting the Bolt driver, and made setting strong statements like, I can make you disappear and nobody will know where you are and nobody will do anything about it. IG, nothing will happen. Statements like that. Do you know who I am kind of statements. And I really don't want to talk about, this House of Reps member, I think representing Aba North, our brothers not too far away in Abuja State. I know they can even listen to us. Because I've gone through his social media page and I've seen that, okay, he's done one or two constituency projects that are worthy to mention. However, I wonder if these people are aware that they represent you and I wonder. And so the conversation is more about you and I, if we know what our rights are, if we know that these people are working for us and they should not have the kind of power they have over us, and they should not treat us like, because he mentioned something and it got me thinking. He said, I'm going to beat you. I'm not using the exact words, but he said something, I'm going to beat you up or lock you to show you that I'm your big brother. And I'm guessing he's this big brother, or you can say, do you know why? Or you can ask, do you know who I am? Because he works for you and I. Because he's a House of Representatives member. Anyways, time is fast spent. 25 minutes to the top of the hour. So for the next 25 minutes, I want to get your thoughts on all of these big stories. X, it's been trending. Aba, it's been trending. House of Reps, it's been trending. Alexander Ikweche. And I think I like his middle name. I'm trying to remember it. It's not just coming to me right now. But I want to get your thoughts. I really want to get your thoughts. But before I even do that, let's take a listen to what he was saying. I think I did record that stuff, right? So let's take a listen to what he was saying. What he was saying, so that it wouldn't seem like, for those of you who have not listened to it, it wouldn't seem like I'm making it all up, right? Especially those who are listening from Aba. All right, I'm trying to figure out where the sound is, but let's go to the phone lines first. 0817923 0002, 0817923 and 08179230007. The call numbers, please do call in. Let's get your thoughts. For WhatsApp, 0809-030-6416. You could reach me via the number, if you're using WhatsApp, right? You could also reach me via the number if you're using Telegram. Same number 0809-030-6416. You could also send SMS or the text messages via the number as well. All right, let's go to the phone lines. I've got Clinton who is calling from Bori. Clinton, welcome. What is on your mind? I'd like to hear.
Good afternoon, Kalada.
Yeah, good afternoon, Clinton.
Yeah, welcome to a new week.
Yeah, same to you.
I want to ask a question, Kalada. Does the system actually give us rights as citizens? Because if we had a stronger system, we know our rights as citizens of this country. But the system there, the law enforcement agencies, do they know that we have rights? That's the problem. Because this dishonorable member, if he knew that we have rights, he wouldn't act that way. And it's very, very unfortunate that we have this kind of persons in place of authority. Very, very unfortunate. Then, on the issue of low patronage...
but before you go to low patronage, before we get to even the security people knowing if we have rights, have we not made it... what's the word now? Have we not made it almost... how do I describe it? Have we not made these politicians the way they are? Let me leave it that way. Have we not made these honorable members honorable and act honorable like they do?
Kalada, we have seen situations where people stand up to their right, and yet they have been abused. Their rights have been abused, even when they stand up to their right in this country, because they have been abetted. These big men are being abetted by the security agencies. What power do you have? Do you want to challenge them now? They lock you up. And even the security agents are supposed to be professional in the discharge of these things. We support them. And that's why people feel powerless and restless in this country. People can just come up because they have money to abuse us. It's really very unfortunate.
All right, Clinton.
And on the issue of the low patronage, Canada, because they are not buying your product, you want to increase price. Are you seeing the problem now?
But that's not why they want to increase price. They want to increase price because there are so many other factors, like I said, economic factors. The naira, for instance, the price of the product at the international market. So all of those things are factors. I
will keep on saying this, Kalada. The oil marketers, they are part of the problem we have today. They are part of the problem. Was they mentioned that something was gone, even when they had old stock, they went ahead to hike the price of PMS. I know once something goes on in Nigeria, it doesn't come down.
Okay.
Now imagine if there's an alternative, like we are talking about CNG, and CNG gets across the country. You will see that CNG will even go up, like cooking gas now. So our problem as Nigerians, we look for every slight opportunity to take away from the poor. And that shouldn't be the case. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Clinton. Steve from Port Harcourt. Wow. I missed Steve Cole. So, yes, Alexander Mascot Ikweche is the full name of the House of Reps member. Take a listen to what played out.
Do you know who I am? I don't know, sir. Just tell everything. So you think I will give you my money with the way you have spoken to me?
I did a job for you and you have to pay it, sir.
You will not see any. You will not see penny from me. With this level of disrespect, you're very stupid. Very, very stupid. Madam, who is this stupid boy that you sent to this my house? Who is this foolish boy that you sent to my house? How can this stupid idiot come to my house and tell me that I'm supposed to come and meet him in his car and pick up snails that I'm buying from you? Can you imagine this rat? I can make this man to disappear in the whole Nigeria and nothing will happen. Can you imagine this rat? I'm not going to give this boy 1 naira of my money. No. I'm not going to give this silly boy 1 naira of my money.
You've been insulting me, and I'm being quiet.
I pray that you do. I pray that you insult me. Can you please insult me? I'm not going to call my policemen to beat you up. I will beat you up. I will show you that I'm a big brother to you. I will slap the hell out of you and I will lie you down, lock you in my generator house. How dare you?
Why should you do that?
Who the hell do you know who you're talking to? Do you know where you are? Because you saw me sitting outside here?
It doesn't matter, sir. Pay me, let me go.
Look at this monkey.
I don't care what I am.
Are you even looking at me that you can beat me? Or are you looking at me? What? Who the hell do you think you're talking to? Do you know who I am? I'm a senator of this republic. Do you know who the fuck I am?
Okay, F word use, I have to stop it there. But yeah, my goodness, you heard it for yourself, right? You heard it for yourself. Let's get your thoughts. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0007. And you had the honorable member of the National Assembly, Senator of that's how he described himself, by the way, Senator of the Federal Republic. Okay. Wow. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, and 0817-923-0007. WhatsApp number 0809 0306416. All right, let's get your thoughts and let's talk for development. But while I'm waiting for your calls to be screened, I'm going to go to WhatsApp and see the messages that I have therein on WhatsApp. Yeah, mascot, I found the name. Thank you very much, Miabiye Bonny Island. Let's say this one. This one says, peace is the path to the prosperity of a nation, isn't it? The governor's call for peace is highly commendable, a behavior that every Rivers person should emulate. Beauty in Port Harcourt. All right, thank you very much, Beauty. Thank you for your thoughts. Petrol is very instrumental, agreed. Let's forget about crude oil and embrace cassava fuel. We can do this by embracing agriculture. Cassava line is far better than crude oil, not even talking about palm oil. Nigerians should listen to me and thank me later. Christian Ogbolo. Wow, I'm not a scientist. I'm not an agriculturist as well. But that sounds like a novel idea, I would say. But let's come here. This one says, the governor of Rivers State, Simple Barat's move to reconcile with members of the Nigeria Police Rivers State Command is a proof to his peace-loving and good-mindedness. As a matter of fact, what has happened over the days, the Rivers Police Force has always been against the governor in favor of Ian Wike. But with a heart of gold, the governor has made a good step towards giving good governance to Rivers people. God bless the governor. Okwandu Obi now with that one. But let's listen to Alioze King from Port Harcourt. Alioze, welcome.
Good afternoon, man of the people.
Yeah, good afternoon, Alioze.
One of the people is very, very disheartening the humiliation faced by an innocent Nigerian citizen.
Okay.
You see where egocentric is playing out. Sometimes character is exhibited by some of these so-called honorable, is demeaning, despicable, abysmal abuse unleashed on an innocent man who is hustling. Must everybody know you as the House of Representative members?
Interesting.
It's unfortunate. In fact, this particular thing, he said that we deal with you and nothing will happen. Had it been that kind incur injury that he will suffer all through his lifestyle, nothing would have happened. Because there is this tendency of all these higher political persons dealing with the common, so-called common citizens, and nobody will come for their aid. It's unfortunate to find ourselves in such country. Conclusively, man of the people, the reconciliation, as you just highlighted, by our governor and the River State Police Command, is something that we pray for. Because owing to the fact of, some insecurity, kidnapping this, kidnapping that, I expect the governor to have a cordial relationship and good networking with the police, River State Police Command, so that they will have a good security architecture to combat crime and other criminally related issues. So
All
it's
right.
a good one.
All right.
And CP Mustafa should rewrite the story. We have been having this story of the River State Police Command paying homage or obeying instruction coming from Abuja instead of obeying our governor, who understands by constitution is the chief secretary of the state. So I expect him to rewrite the story and change the narrative.
All right. Thank you very much, Alioze King. I've got Godspard from HA. Godspard, welcome What is on your mind?
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon to you.
The samba you played about the honorable. You know that name, if you go to dictionary, I don't know whether to understand the honorable, what it means. You have to behave very well. It's so humiliating. It is not good. If you are elected, it's people that elected you there. Nobody is born with a silver spoon in his hand. Who knows tomorrow? I named one of my grandsons tomorrow. Nobody knows tomorrow. It may be glittering today. Tomorrow it may be dark. He didn't do well. I had it very well. It's so humiliating. And that is why we're having problems. If you have done with the boy anything you want to do, nobody will question. Even if you detain his generator house. The man may die there and nothing will happen. That's the system we find ourselves. And again, for fuel, don't you know that it may even go to 2,000 if necessary actions are not taken? I have told them, let them give me as many people as we have, that let them operate modular refineries so that you have fuel everywhere to compete with this Dangote with his dollar and this and competition. If not, find it 2,000 by December. I'm not a prophet of doom. So thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, Elder Wyan. Well, thank you. I've got Emeka from Elila Limini. Emeka, welcome. What is on your mind? I'd like to hear.
My dear brother, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
So I want to comment on our governor for his peaceful disposition. My dear brother, I have never seen this kind of governor before. That is very peaceful. Even with the intimidation that police did last year, they tear gassed him, they shot at him, they did everything. At the end of the day, he said he has forgiven them. I have never seen a governor like that. Which means this young woman came prepared. He's a practical Christian that was attacked. So police also should be careful. They should respect the authority. About the fuel subsidy. Fuel. I brought that by December, it will get to 2,000 naira per liter.
Okay, so not 1.5.
So we are on a crossroads.
Okay. All right.
Federal government should do something about it. Thank you. God bless you.
All right. Obed is calling from Port Harcourt. Obed, welcome.
Good afternoon, Kalada.
Yeah, Obed, welcome. Quickly, I do have a commercial. Quickly.
Kalada, like an adage, the people deserve the leadership. You understand? Because, yes, what you're seeing today, the kind of you're seeing today is a reflection of what the people want. And that is what exactly is happening. Nigeria is a country that do nothing, accept whatever leaders throw at them. That is why you have a leader who is supposed to set the right precedent, threatening and harassing and what do they call it, assaulting his subject. You understand? So that is it. And what Canada, go and find out, he will get away from it. Nothing will happen to him. Even when the case gets to court, they will let him go on self-recognition. That is it. So until Nigeria realize that indeed sovereignty belongs to the people, well, thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your thoughts there. I think I would now start reading messages. Let's look at messages. This one says, good evening, Canada. It's not evening yet, but yeah, you said the move by the governor to extend and make peace with the police is a good one. The governor talks like a motivational speaker. The speech is lovely. Let's have a peaceful and lovely state that will birth prosperity for all. God bless River State. God bless Nigeria. Kelechi texting from Mile 3. And this one says, the nickname of T-Pain on Tinubu is not anyone's fault. If Bayo Nanuga isn't comfortable with that, let him tell his principal to ensure that things get better for all. Nicholas Erasmus. And this one says, anytime you listen to the governor of River State, you understand that he is truly a man of peace. Despite all the Nigerian police did to him, he has let go just for the interest of the state. Ezekiel Isaiah. All right, this one says, From the governor's speech, you can see that he is just a perfect gentleman. I didn't see him as a politician at all. I just hope that the Rivers State Police Command takes heed to this advice. As he said in our local parlance, advice, no because, simply goodness from Alakaya. This one says, first of all, I have packed my car because to move a car, you need at least 10 liters minimum, and I can afford that every day. I prefer using keke, public bus, or taxi, and I trek some places I feel are trekkable. As for my shop, I don't own generator again. I used to use 2,000 fuel for 6 hours before now, but now 5,000 fuel for 2 hours is no longer feasible. I charge my rechargeable bulbs anytime Never brings light, but for now, Never brings light once in 2 weeks. We don't cook food again that will be stored in the fridge for 2 months. Michael Newmalt is telling me how he has been impacted by, the current petrol situation. But let's take this one call and we'll return back to the messages. Chukudi from On Air, welcome.
Good afternoon, Mr. Kalada.
Yeah, good afternoon to you.
Please, I'm very much agree concerning that man who called himself honorable member, that House of Assembly member. The man is not honorable. He's dishonorable.
Okay.
He's just very lucky that he met somebody like that. If I were to be that boy, I could kick his manhood there and nothing will happen to him. You understand me? He's just lucky that he met a quiet young man that could not retaliate when he was beating him. He's stupid too.
Yeah, let's not throw insult or haul insults on the show.
But he insulted somebody that you had.
Yes, of course. That's why we're talking about. That's why we're talking about it.
Everybody had the whole world had what somebody was hustling for his life. You understand me? Just because he went there to deliver his job, and somebody assaulted him, I could kick his manhood there, and all of us.
Chukudi, violence. We don't preach violence. We don't preach violence on the show, Chukudi. But thank you very much for calling in. Please, no violence. Say no to violence, and that's why we're taking a look at what the House of Reps meant. By the way, his party ABGA are also looking at investigating his action. Do stay tuned. A commercial break. When we come back, some more text messages.